This is 69 News Live at 10.
Tonight, all eyes are turning to the rising river levels. The rain may have stopped, but when it comes to flooding, we're not out of the woods just yet. Good evening, I'm Wendy Davis. Rob Vaughn is off tonight. Those rising floodwaters are our top story tonight. WFMZ's Ed Hanna is standing by with more on what we can expect. Ed.
Good to see everybody. I hope you're doing well. A lovely evening to be outside now for football games. I know a lot of folks were out tonight. Hope you're enjoying the very cool, lovely weather. Take a look at where we're at here. Obviously, still have some flood warnings. They're going to be in effect actually until the Delaware starts to recede. There's still a couple of rivers back to the west as well. Warnings in effect. And that's going to be until at least Sunday. Take a look. As you can see, and as you know, as we've been reporting, anywhere from below 3 inches all the way up to 8+ inches of rain throughout our viewing area. Remarkable. Delaware River of most concern because everything else is crested now as of at this point along the Delaware River, and we've been updating this minute by minute thanks to Amanda updating the AccuWeather channel constantly with the current levels. That's the column on your far right. So the levels have been increasing. You can see flood stage. One good sign right around the 6 o'clock news, I gave you an update that they lowered the forecasted crest. That's the Advanced Hydrological Prediction Services lowered the forecasted crests, and that was a good sign. Obviously, Tox Island, Belvedere looks like it's going to fall below flood stage anyway. Easton, 24.1. If it gets to that forecasted crest around 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, it would put it at the ninth largest flood since records have been kept, and obviously you can get a sense there. That's where we are. You see the blue line? That is snaking up. That's basically where we are right now at current levels. And then you see a little bit of a gap. Then that green dotted line, that's the forecasted crest tomorrow at 2 o'clock. So it looks like it's going to continue to ramp up during the overnight hours as the smaller streams, creeks are feeding into that Delaware River. The levels will continue to rise until about 2 o'clock. Should level off at that level. Right now, forecasting 24.1. We'll keep you posted. Of course, your 6-day forecast coming up, Wendy.
All right. Thank you, Ed. Police in Montgomery County say the weather turned deadly when a woman became trapped in her car in the rising waters. It happened this morning here on Skippack Creek off of Stump Hall Road in Skippack Township. Police say it looks like the 55-year-old woman didn't notice that the road was flooded and drove right into the water. Officers and firefighters tried to reach the woman, but the rushing waters kept them back.
State trooper was standing on the bridge there, and it was straight down, but they didn't have a diver with the crew, so nobody could go in the water.
Yeah, it's a shame. I don't think she had a chance. She just washed it right down into the creek.
Well, police still are not releasing the victim's name. The Delaware River levels have people in Easton watching and waiting. WFMZ's Joscelyn Moes is live in Easton now with the very latest on what's going on there. Jocelyn.
Wendy, whenever you talk about flooding, folks around here get a little bit nervous, and with good reason. The last major floods in 2004, 5, and 6 did some damage. Still, there's something about the churning of the water that draws people down here in awe. They stopped.
It's just so moving, so powerful.
And stared.
It kind of looks pretty dangerous.
The raging river drawing people in.
You can just feel the power and you hear the roar. It almost feels like you're going to fall right off.
You don't want to do that.
No, I don't.
While the rain has moved away, the Delaware River continues to rise.
I think it's awesome, but it's also very frightening.
But maybe not as frightening as it could have been. The most recent numbers indicate the river will crest tomorrow afternoon at about 24.5 feet, just 2.5 feet above flood stage.
We don't even think it's going to reach Larry Holmes Drive since we've cut that drive in half. We think it'll be about just laying in this area where we're standing right now.
Good news, since tomorrow is the annual Garlic Festival in Easton Center Square. And even if floodwaters do reach Larry Holmes Drive, the mayor says they're prepared.
We have extra police officers coming on to direct traffic in anticipation of maybe closing down this whole drive along the river.
But now all anyone can do is watch and wait.
After the drought and having the river so low all year long, and now all of a sudden to see this, it's just amazing.
Again, the Delaware River is forecasted to crest tomorrow afternoon. We're live in Easton. Joscelyn Moes, 69 News.
All right, thanks, Jocelyn. And be sure to stay tuned to 69 News as well as our AccuWeather channel for the very latest on the forecast. It's where you'll find the most up-to-the-date conditions, river levels, and more 24 hours a day. And as always, you can get weather information anytime by going to our website, WFMZ.com. Even though the rain stopped this morning, and that has some people living near the river a little skeptical. WFMZ Stephanie Esposito is out there along the Delaware in Phillipsburg with more on the story tonight. Steph.
Wendy, for years there have been accusations that the Delaware River's flooding is caused by dams in North Jersey and in New York. Now, we've talked to officials, and tonight they say if it does happen tomorrow, you've got no one to blame but Mother Nature.
Easton has been experiencing very dry conditions. In fact, last week, the Delaware River Basin Commission issued a lower basin drought warning.
That's why the Delaware River Basin Commission says any flooding that may happen tomorrow has nothing to do with dams.
Day and a half later.
But for some people whose lives are invested on the river, they aren't buying it.
So it has to be fed from an alternate source.
Authorities say this one, if it happens, is entirely the work of Mother Nature.
Yes, they're going to blame it on the creeks coming in, yada, yada, but they are dumping. When they dump, it raises the river.
Storms, has essentially caused rivers, creeks, tributaries, and streams to rise.
They say water is released from all dams on a regular basis, and this is nothing different.
There were no significant large releases made from the New York City Delaware Basin reservoirs in advance, in advance of this storm, except for just to meet flow objectives at Montague, New Jersey.
But those who at one point lost everything say even that is too much right now.
If that does come up, I got a problem.
If they do, they should only take one at a time.
The Delaware is supposed to crest around 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Live in Phillipsburg, New Jersey, Stephanie Esposito, 69 News.
All right, Stephanie, thank you so much. All right, let's get a look at what those folks might be seeing tomorrow morning. We're going to head over to Ed in the Weather Center.
Thanks so much. Good to see you. Welcome to your weekend, everybody. Yeah, I got these numbers are changing literally, every couple of minutes. So I want to give you the updates. Of course, the rainfall totals have not changed, but you can get some sense here in some parts of our viewing area, as little as just under 3 inches, up to 8 inches. At one point, Lancaster was the bullseye, but there were many parts of the Lehigh Valley that ended up easily with 4 to 8 inches of rain. Some places locally even got more than that, but I don't know if you heard me say earlier, Wilmington, North Carolina, 20 inches of rain over 4 days. Could you imagine that? That's an unbelievable amount of rain. Now, these numbers again have changed. Every single river, as we're going to go through it real quickly, Tox Island, and all of these numbers have come up pretty significantly over the last couple of hours now. Currently, Tox Island about 15 feet. Again, that looks like that will be the forecast get above about 1.5 feet above flood stage. Belvedere 15.32. That should stay below flood stage, although that came up about a foot in the last 2 hours. Easton right now currently at 17.64. Floods crest forecasted tomorrow around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. 24.1. Trenton, it looks like again should be, that's about 4 feet from crest right now. Take a look at the Schuylkill River. Everything has crested. All of the numbers coming down by a foot or two, in some cases 3, since they crested. Lehigh River, everything. Lehighton, Walnut, Port Bethlehem, everything's crested. Current levels dropping. All good news. Getting a lot of that water heading into the Delaware River. Of course, where we're headed here, we had that blocking, huge area of high pressure. Let's get off to Cinema Live real quickly. I want to be able to show you what we've got going on. We had a huge area of high pressure blocking, and all that moisture had nowhere to go. Couldn't escape out the Atlantic, just made its way right up the eastern seaboard. Front moving in from the west, stalled out, and all of that moisture. It was just a non-stop conveyor belt for that moisture. Still have the flood warnings, and that's going to remain in effect until any rivers or creeks and streams now have receded, but that's emptying mainly into the Delaware, at least in that, as far as the Delaware Basin is concerned. But that's going to continue, those warnings, until the river starts to recede. And I think, again, right now it's in effect till Sunday, but we know it's going to crest between 8 a.m., the northern part of the Delaware in our viewing area, down in Trenton, 8 p.m. So, and I think right around Easton, around 2 p.m. As far as this cool air, there's no question about it. As the rain retreats, we've got this cool air in its way. Temperatures throughout the region delightful, but if you were sitting outdoors at a football game, it felt a little bit chilly earlier on as we move throughout the evening hours. Look at that rain as it moves away from our area, leaving us with clear skies. Generally, it's a gorgeous autumn night. As we watch that low depart and move away from our area, pretty nice weekend. Great Saturday. Sunday, we have a mix of clouds and sun, but clouds will start to thicken up. We're going to be talking about an area of a surface low and an upper level low as well. And it looks like we see that energy cut off, so clouds may start to thicken up during the day on Sunday. And I think the opportunity Sunday night, southern parts of our area may see a bit of rain late Sunday night, but most parts of our area Monday into Tuesday, we might see some rain. So we'll have to keep you posted on that. Some rain and drizzle, let's put it that way. 43 degrees, clear skies, much cooler temperatures. A little bit of a breeze out of the northwest, giving us time to dry out here the next couple of days. 66, plenty of sun. What a great autumn day on tap. 62 on Sunday. Clouds will start to thicken up and mix in. Could see a bit of rain late Sunday night in the southern parts of our area. But Monday, Tuesday, chance for some rain and drizzle Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, still a chance for a couple of showers and a warming trend by the end of the work week.
All right.
Okay, busy.
Yeah.
So we'll keep an eye on the Delaware. Stay tuned during the day tomorrow
yes,
on River
definitely.
Stage data. Okay.
All right.